Here we are still working on 6.7 code practice. So we got our starter code in here, and you can see the faces I have to make are, well, you can really see it well if you go down to the draw canvas. You can see face 1 doesn't have much information with it besides just the circle, whereas face 3 has lots of stuff in there. So does face 4. Okay, lots of information. And if you run the code just to see what it looks like, right? Happy, that's face 1. Sad, face 2. But there's no face yet, right? Because we got to make the face. Okay, but angry, that's got plenty of stuff in there. That's face 3. Surprise is face 4. And then the last face doesn't even have a name yet. We got to decide what emotion we're going to make into emoticon. Okay, so let's look at this face 1. We need some eyes. Something that's going to be like like we did in our last drawing, like we want to get some eyes around 200 200. So let's see. Let's copy this function. It's that circle function, and we got to figure out what's going to be the center of our circle. Well, in this case, it's actually width divided by 3 and height divided by 3, because it's 200 200, right? And my width and height are both 600. If you don't want to do it that way, you can also just put the number 200 in here. Of course, that's fine. And make this 200. Like we were saying, if you define your pixel locations with reference to a variable, then you have the potential to have something that can expand and contract for different size screens and still look good. Okay, now we need the circumference, or the radius here. Okay, so we don't want it to be that big, not at all. Let's just give it a regular number, like 10, and thickness of 10, and we don't want it to be yellow, maybe black. And we got a line color. Maybe we don't need a fill color here. All right, now we're just gonna run code, see if we made anything. Okay, happy. Oh, cool, I got an eye. Oh, that's spectacular. It's right where I wanted it. Okay, now let's do another eye. Now I don't want it to be 200 200. I want it to be 400 200. That's going to move it over to the other side, hopefully, but I'll check. Yeah, okay, I got 2 eyes. And now I need to make some kind of mouth, happy mouth, smile, like that. Oh, you can't see me, but I just smiled. It only hurt a little bit. All right, so let's look at some of these things that they did. Did they do any? Man, they did not do any half circles. That's just too easy. They did this interesting sort of trapezoid shape for the angry mouth. Let me look at some of their code that they use in the angry mouth here. Draw polygons. Yeah, they're drawing polygons. Draw a line. Okay, it's lines and polygons, so that's okay, but it's not really what I want. I want like a a circular kind of smile here. So let's see here. Let me look again where it is. It's gonna maybe start at one eye, go over to the other eye, and it's gonna be like a half circle, like the bottom half of a circle. So I'll start by making the whole circle, and then I'll cover up half of it like I did before. So where is that? Well, I guess if that's 200 on the eye on the left side, then it's still going to be 200 for the x coordinate, and the y coordinate is going to be like 400 because we're farther down there. That's where, well, okay, that's the edge, but I want to know where the center is. The center is going to be in the middle, right? So that's 300, 400, something like that. Okay. So make the center at 300, 400. Now it's going to have a much bigger radius. I want it to go maybe 100 to either side. All right, let's see what that looks like. Oh, okay, good. And now you can imagine if I just put a yellow rectangle over the top part, then I'll have my happy face. Smile. Okay. Well, that's a polygon. So I got to draw the polygon. Call that canvas draw polygon function. It's a little bit complicated, the one they have in here, but you know what? I'll just copy it and paste it, and then like clean it up here. Not the quickest way to do it, maybe, but it's okay. All right, so this one, the left side is going to start at, I'm just going to use numbers because it's easier. It's going to start at 200, and it's 100 above 400, so that's 300. Okay, and it's going to go over, or going to go down to 200, 400. And I'm not completely sure of all my numbers here. I'm just guessing, and then I'll do it, right? I'll run it, and I'll see what it looks like, and if it's wrong, I'll just fix it. Okay, then it's going to go, so I just did the left side there, 200, 300 to 200, 400. Okay, all these things are kind of distracting me, so I'm just going to cut them out so that I can just see where my parameters are. Oh, and that's a 5-sided polygon. Boy, that's, I don't need that many sides. It's just 4. It's a rectangle. That's all I want. Okay, so 200, 300, 200, 400. Now it's got to go across. I think that'll take it to 400, 400. And then it's got to go up to 400, 300. 10 is fine. Black is, no, I don't want any color, or just yellow, so it blends in with the background of the face. Yellow line color, yellow fill color. Okay, let's try it, see if it works. Happy. Hey, there it is. So you can't see it because it's invisible, but I put a rectangle over the top part of that circle so that I can make a happy face. Okay, so I think that's good. You know, I mean, if you want to do some more work, you're certainly welcome to, you know, add eyebrows, add a nose, whatever you want. But I think I basically accomplished the happy face, and I'm feeling kind of lazy, so I'm going to do, to get the sad face, I'm going to do something that's not very complicated here. I'm just going to copy all that I did for the happy face, and then instead of covering the top part of the circle, I'm going to cover the bottom part of the circle. Okay, so it's going to go from 200, 200, 400 down to 200, 500. And then over to 400, 500, and up to 400, 400. So I'm doing basically exactly the same thing for the sad face, just covering the bottom part of the circle. Hey, that's a sad face, right? Okay. Well, that was quick. Now I got to do this last face. Face 5. Well, first I got to think about what kind of face. Let's see. Emoticon. Well, I got to give it a different name, right? How about the unemotional? Unemotional. There. So that's going to be unemotional. Let's see if that worked. If I change the name there, does it make unemotional? There it is, unemotional. Okay. Now I'm going to do unemotional. You guys are going to be more creative than me, of course, but I'm going to make unemotional a little bit like happy, but instead of a circle, he's going to have a line. Sorry for those of you who are looking for something really creative here, but that, that's okay. I'm doing what needs to be done, and if you have more time, of course, you can always be more creative. I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to start it at 200, 400. I'm going to finish it at 400, 400. And it's going to be a black line, thickness of 10. See if this worked here. So I got happy, I got sad, angry, and surprised are still there. And then unemotional has an error. Oh, shoot, I made an error here. What did I do? Oh, I need 5 arguments. Okay, what did I forget here? Maybe I don't need these brackets. Let's try it again. Oh, well, that's not what I. That's a little bit weird. So I think. Oh, that's because I still have that third circle there. Okay, let's get that out. All right, now let's run it again. Unemotional. There it is. Not happy, not sad. Just hanging out. So happy, sad, angry, surprised, unemotional. Cool. I like it. Let's see what the grader says. 100%, baby. Gotta like that.